Sniper on them. Why not? So yeah, these guys are all asleep, look. And the fun thing with sleep is that they will stay asleep for the duration of the spell unless one of you guys wakes them up or does damage to them.
Okay, so I'm going to shout back over to the barbarian and say, are these bad dragons? The Goliath, sorry, yeah, the Goliath. So, are these bad dragons?
Yes.
And do bad dragons destroy life?
Yes.
So the minute he says yes, I kind of like snap his like really like pissed off look. I'm like, right. And I'm gonna thorn whip that one there.
Which one?
The one in front of Liam.
So the one that's asleep.
Yeah. Because he's asleep, I get advantage, don't I?
You do get advantage, yes. And that hits. And
Right.
he instantly wakes up. He's not looking too happy about it, but he finds himself laying on the floor. He was like, ah! And he sort of, as the pain of this thorn whip sort of starts to dissipate, he sort of lays there panting, and looks over at you, starts.
And I shout back, leave life alone!
Right, Chris Crocker.
Okay, yeah. Or Ian Malcolm.
Steve Irwin.
Okay. Right, so next is Moroth. So yeah, these 5 have all fallen asleep in front of you. They've just hit the floor.
You're welcome!
This one has just woken up after having a thorn whip cast on him.
Is he prone?
Yes, he is. He has not gotten up yet. He fell over and then got hit.
How will that work with the advantage given by Dan? Because you'd get it for him being prone.
You do not get. So you can use your advantage at your pleasure. You
Gotcha.
can use it when you decide. So you now have 3 lots of advantage left.
Yes.
Advantage doesn't stack as well, so you don't get double advantage.
Yeah,
so,
no, I wasn't sure with him being prone, but I will hit him without
Unlimited
advantage.
power.
Unlimited power, yeah. Oh. That, yeah. So you lift your great sword up and reverse it and just bring it straight down into his chest. And he sort of and collapses.
I turn and I can do it too.
Took you a bit longer.
And so we move on to Leah. So from where you are, which is here, you also have.
How far away is the one that's running?
He's there. So that would be
A long way.
85 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to. I would like to move about 10 foot closer to him,
Okay, yeah.
and then fire at him, so I don't have the disadvantage on my roll.
Okay, so we're going to move you 1, 2. Yep, so you are now there. So you are.
Should be within less than 80 feet away from me.
Yes.
Here we go.
Let's see what we can see.
Oh. Is it going to do it? Yes.
So unfortunately, that does not hit.
That's a lot of ones.
That's all the ones. Oh no, it's okay. Cool. So next we have Sidrian. What's our bard friend gonna do?
He is going to leg it over to this lady and see how dead she is.
Okay, so she's not all the dead. You've made it. Oh, you've made it there just in time, as the life is about to seep out of her.
Cool. I would like to be like, hey lady, be less dead. And I will use my healing hands, which sounds a little odd. But I get it because as a racial trait.
Do you do the Mr. Miyagi sort of rubbing the hands together and Karate Kid-ness?
No.
Cool.
He's just gonna touch her on the shoulder, and I give her the number of hit points equal to my level, so that'll be 1.
1. But her eyes open, and she. Where are my children?
They're just over there. They're fine. I mean, they're looking a bit stressed because you kind of got stabbed, but.
And they're all sort of as you look over, you can see her children and her husband are all huddled around, comforting each other. They haven't noticed that she's alive.
Hey, she's not dead.
They're too. They're not paying any attention. They've lost the will to do anything. But okay, so final kobold is going to continue to cheese it north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he's even going to do so much. He's going to go so far as to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, foregoing his action. Polo.
Okay. Okay. So I've taken a liking to my Goliath friends. I'm gonna shout over him. Shout back over to him. Do you want me to kill these ones, or should I leave them asleep?
Get the running one.
Get the running one. He's booked it, hasn't he?
No,
he's
there.
Still there. He's not quite off the map.
All the way up. All the way up the top. I only have 25 movement.
I've only got little legs. Yeah.
Very long body.
Yeah.
What options have I got? Okay, so I suppose
While you are fumbling around in your bag, Moroth looks at you and goes, "The whippy thing." And
I'm gonna whip out my quarterstaff and two-handed on this fella.
Okay. So you're going to take the easy target. I kind of wanted you to miss. I won't lie. But you do 4 damage. So you hit him over the head, and in sort of like a reverse, knocking him in a reverse sort of headshot, you manage to knock him conscious. And he's still led down, but he's and he looks up at this panda.
Bother?
Yeah.
A really angry panda screaming, "Life!
Love the life!
why won't you die?
Yeah, live. That's it. Yeah. So each time he thinks they're dead. So each time he hits them, he's got. I brought him back to life. Awesome. Moroth.
I'm not a necromancer.
I am going to get to here. So I'm going to move. It's going to leg it to just here. And then I am going to attempt to javelin this gentleman over here.
Yeah. So that is.
Will be with disadvantage.
It will be with disadvantage. Yep. Okay. Please do so.
But I will use one of the advantage, so I'll drop down to 2 to bring it to a normal.
Never man.
Okie dokie. I've just realised something.
That's worrying.
I can see the map now.
That's what I realised.
Whoa!
Yay!
Had you
I can see.
shaded the entire map?
No, because for some reason his token isn't working. But I thought if I took off the dynamic lighting, that it would work. But I forgot to take off the enforced line of sight. So it's just all technical gubbins behind the scenes on roll 20, but I'll need to figure out your character sheet and why it's not working. But that's fine. It's cool.
Ah,
Cool. So you're javelin-ing.
I am with a regular roll due to my advantage. Thank you, Dan.
Ah, yes, of course. Unfortunately, it is wasted, and it flings past it, sort of wings just past his shoulder and into the trees.
curses.
I'm not right good at this hitting stuff.
I'll be all right once I get my eye in.
Heal.
Warming up.
Warning shots. That's all they are. Warning shots. Cool. Leah. Now you can see what you're doing.
Leah is going to try again at this whole shooting somebody thing.
Putting an arrow in something. Cool. Did you want to move?
Yeah, I'll move to this point here.
Okay. If you
That one there.
click on your token without the, so if you just change to an arrow and then click
Nope.
in the top left. No. Okay. So bugger it. I'll do it.
You-
Fine.
Unfortunately, they are still too far away for me to not have disadvantage on my attack, so
Okay.
I'll just ease it like that then.
Yep. And yet you managed to hit, and it catches
that
him.
wasn't 2 rolls, was it?
Oh, it wasn't. No, you're right.
I still.
And yes.
Okay.
Funnily enough, you only needed the one. So yeah, that hits him center right in the back and knocks him forward. You can hear, even at this distance, you hear the air come out of his lungs as he and slides
Really
forwards.
good at this.
It's okay, I've got my iron.
Yeah.
Go off!
And now the bard.
I would be like, "You all right? Your children? Okay, good, right, fabulous." And then I think I'm probably gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Because it's looking a little dicey. Nice. Not quite back up, but you know.
Hey, at this level, 4 is good.
4 is good.
4 is good. Okay, so yep, if you want to adjust your hit points, there we are. Marvelous. And next is the kobold that was asleep but now has woken. So he is going to use half his movement to stand up, and he is going to use his dagger to attack the big panda that just woke him up. Bum, bum, bum. And he's going to miss.
Standard.
Seeing that all of his friends are on the floor, either dead or unconscious, he's going to make the unwise decision to book and is going to try and head north. Toby, did you want an attack of opportunity
I did.
as he tries to run? Fantastic. And you manage to, as he turns to run, you manage to get your quarterstaff and clock him in the back of the head, and down he goes like a sack of very unpleasant things.
Kobold potatoes.
Kobold
I'm there.
potatoes.
I'm stood there like a Tuscan Raid, like, "Ah!"
Yeah. Awesome. None of the other kobolds are up, and so we move on to Polo, who is having lots of fun trying to hit and kill unconscious things.
I love life.
I love
life. Now die.
Okay, so I kind of snap out my trance. Obviously, I've got a couple of hits. I'm like, that's enough life for one day. And then I'll just take a. So, how is this lady looking? Sorry.
She is looking very, very ropey. She is still on the ground. She's not managed to rise yet.
So I'll wander over to her, and obviously from my humble beginnings and stuff, my people skills aren't fantastic. As it's highlighted by my -1 charisma, But I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Goodberry,
Ooh.
and then I'm literally just gonna like shove them in her face.
Okay, so up to 10 berries appear in your hand and are infused with magic for the duration. A creature can use its action to eat one berry. Eating a berry restores 1 hit point, and the berry provides enough nourishment to sustain a creature for 1 day. So you've basically just shoved 10 meals worth of good berries.
What I'll do is I'll
into
give
this
her
woman's face.
5, and I'll keep 5 for later.
Okay, that's fine. So even so, you sort of lift this woman's, this injured woman's head off the floor with one large furry paw, and with the other large furry paw, you just ram
Shove
these
them in her
berries
mouth.
into her face, and
I'll
she's
grab her jaw. I'll make a chewing action with her
She's
jaw,
got-
and then rub her throat so it to force the swallowing mechanism.
and she's like, with these wide eyes, she's looking at this panda that's just grabbed her by the neck and then shoved these things in her mouth.
And the whole time, and the whole time, I'm just going. Shh, shh, shh.
I do believe he is trying to help, although he's going about it a very bizarre way.
And
I just look at the bag and go, life.
And as you
Yes.
sort of rub her throat and the berries go down her gullet and into her stomach, she starts to feel rejuvenated and much more robust and healthy, and
Very full.
she stops struggling, and yeah, she feels very full. It's almost like that scene in Family Guy where where he sort of eats all the dry rations and then takes a drink of water and just, everyone leave, I have to poop. Cool. So we move on to Moroth, because there are still some kobolds there. It's up to you guys.
But we've come to the conclusion that the place that we need to go is the keep, which is northward.
It is north, that's right.
Okay.
Would you allow me to pick up Lynn Swift with a free action and use my action to move to her and then move over to her family as close as I can get?
Yes, mate, absolutely. So, where he is, 1, 2, 3, that's 15 feet. What's your movement? Is it 40?
30. So
30.
over to her family's 40. So I've got 60 foot of movement with a dash. So
Yep, absolutely fine, mate. You can just pick her up and plonk her down.
Yep.
Okay, so just come through on the chat. Alex would like, so Alex donated £10. He used £2.50 of that to give disadvantage to Toby. What he's now said is, with the remaining £7.50, he would like to give advantage to everyone else to use whenever they want. I think that's fantastic.
Thank you,
I like
Alex.
this.
Very appreciated.
So the three of you have.
I'm telling Grandma, he's in for it. He's in for it.
The three of you have advantage to use whenever you wish. I'm just going to double check something. I'm not sure if we've had a problem with. No, it's just this laptop over here. That's fine. Okay. Right. So yes, you wander over, pick up Lynn and Swift. So we said that's 15. And
Yep.
then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left, wouldn't you? So you get to there,
yeah,
And
that's
you-
fine.
and you dump Linen down, and her family stop crying as she says, "Children, it's fine. Mummy's here now." And her
There's like
Her
smushed
husband.
berry all around her mouth.
yeah, she's just got this berry juice dripping off her chin, and the
Panda
kids
fur all over her chin.
look at her strangely a little bit, and her husband looks at her and says, "Believe it or not, I've never loved you more."
I'm just
So
there.
touching.
I'm back over there, shouting and waving. Life,
I made life. I gave
life, life berries.
There's life now. So yeah, so that's okay. So you've dumped Linen down in front of her family, and they all start cuddling and having this lovely, touching reunion here.
I'd advise getting out of here sooner rather than later.
And Linen says to you, "Yes, we need to get to the keep. I know that the every adult, everyone in the village, in this village knows, everyone in the town knows that if